I'm not a big fan of radishes, but you know, you can do whatever you want with them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we do have some rhubarb growing over there as well, but that's pretty much it for the garden. I mean, there's a lot of plants here. A lot of weeding has been done, like hours upon hours of weeding, which can, you know, discourage some people, right? Like I said, a girl that I had been dating becoming a vegetarian, and then said, oh, I don't like bugs, and I don't like this, and it's like, well, you can't be a vegetarian and not like gardening. I'm sorry, that's just, it doesn't go hand in hand. That'd be like saying, oh, I love eating meat, you know, but you would never, you know, go out and hunt for it, because a lot of it for me is survival skills. And if you don't have survival skills, you know, the zombie apocalypse, you know, that type of thing, you know, I don't want to be with someone who doesn't know how to garden or doesn't know how to cook, you know, that doesn't have those survival skills. The self-sustainability is so important nowadays, you know, like things get so expensive, you know, you should be able to, you know, help yourself a little bit anyway, you know, have a small garden to kind of cut down on costs or whatever, you know, and it's very therapeutic. Me coming out here and gardening, you know, not every day necessarily, obviously, because these are all weeds, and they're probably, well, yeah, they're probably like 4 feet high, so obviously I don't come out here every day. You know, the garden does get neglected from time to time, you know, because I'm just busy with other things. However, you have to put the effort in, right? You know, it's very therapeutic. I love just, you know, playing in the dirt. You know, a lot of people, I mean, the thing is, like, if you put your hand on this dirt right now, it's very warm. Like, a lot of people don't get the sensation, right? And it's completely different. Like, for me, I'm just gonna pull something out here right now. You know, weeding, right? You know, you shake off all the dirt, and then you just get rid of the weed, right? A lot of this stuff is really easy to pull out because it's so big, so the roots won't just snap off. I'll try to make another video to like help you guys if you guys want to, you know, do your own garden or whatever. I'm actually hoping that this will become another series, because, you know, there's a fair bit of content. You know, I could just record myself weeding the garden for you guys, just so you can kind of do maybe like a time lapse if the camera holds up. It has been shutting off at random on me for whatever reason, so I might need to look at investing in a new one at some point, just a cheap one that's functioning. But yeah, I don't really know what else to mention, but yeah, I just love the survival skills. You know, just having your own garden is awesome. You know, I mean, obviously you have to put some time and effort into it, and the whole therapeutic portion of it is great. You know, I work with my bare hands generally. If you have really sensitive skin or allergic, you know, reactions to things, or you're afraid of touching bugs or getting, you know, dirt under your nails or whatever, like, I do have a lot of dirt on my hands now, but I like it. It just, you know, it shows that I'm working, right? You know, it's just dirt. You know, it's not like it's grease or oil that could seep into my body. But yeah, I really love it. And it's actually really nice when it's raining, because you don't have to water your garden, obviously. But the next, you know, 2 or 3 days, or however long it takes for the soil to dry up, it actually makes things really easy for weeding. And so I generally come out after a good rain. I give it a day or two to dry up just a little bit, and then I come out and I go crazy with weeding. And a lot of these plants, like the butternut squash here, is actually just kind of run rampant because, and even those are absolutely massive. Like, that's my hand. Like, that's It's probably like a good six feet wide. Mind you, there's 2 of them. And these rows are, I don't know, probably about 10 feet wide, I guess, somewhere around there. But yeah, it's just awesome. I love it. Absolutely love this. And in terms of the soil, I highly recommend. It's almost like playing with clay. I highly recommend coming out and, you know, right after it rains and playing in that, you know, softer soil. You know, not muddy, because muddy never goes well. So you're gonna just get mud everywhere. So not when it's muddy. You know, when it's actually just been, you know, just a little damp. Let's put it that way. So damp soil is really fun to play with. You know, you can get your hands in it and you can feel it, and sometimes it's a little bit cool, right? And obviously on days like today, you know, it's hard, right? This is really hard and dusty. I don't know if you guys can see the dust, but this isn't really fun to work in unless you're weeding like those giants over there. Then yeah, go ahead, right? I'm actually probably going to go and weed a portion of that today. I might even, provided the camera's cooperating, bring up my tripod and just videotape myself weeding a small section of that for you guys, just to show you what I do, and maybe give you a tip or two on how to weed your garden. But yeah, I mean, a garden is so simple. You guys can do this on a small scale. You can do it inside your house or just on your porch or whatever. You know, just get a little planter box, plant, you know, tomatoes or cucumbers, peppers, whatever. And the thing is, here's a tip that I'm gonna give you guys right off the bat. Don't try to grow something that you aren't interested in. All right? So if you're not passionate about something, just, you know, don't bother with it, right? Try it, you know, put an honest effort in, but if you're not feeling it, just don't bother, right? Like beets, I'm not a big fan of, so I really don't care. The beans, yes. Peppers, yeah, but they're not growing all that well. So that's why my parents put the beets in, whereas I generally go for the melons, you know, pumpkin, cantaloupe, whatever. And yeah, if you're going to the grocery store and you're buying tomatoes all the time, pick out the seeds and plant the seeds in a small pot in your house, and you can easily, you know, start growing a plant in your house, right? You can start small and, you know, kind of experiment and test it out and see if it's for you, right? I'm not saying that gardening is for everyone. You know, there's some people who are really good at other things. You know, everyone has their role to play. But for me, it's gardening, you know? I mean, I wouldn't mind having, you know, maybe chickens or something, but I just don't have the actual space cleared out for that type of thing. So for now, it's just going to be the garden. And, you know, maybe one day, maybe have a little farm going, chickens, goats, whatever. But for the time being, it's just going to be the edible stuff here, where you can literally come up to it and just, you know, pick something off. That was not a good example, but yeah. So when this is red, pull it off, wash it, eat it, right? It's very instant, and it's very gratifying as well, because the one year when I grew the cantaloupe, I literally came out to the corner of the garden and it smelled like cotton candy. Like actual cotton candy. I'm not even joking. And it was the best thing ever. It was so gratifying to know that my labor, my efforts had actually produced something, you know, that I can just readily eat, and it tasted sweet, and it tasted so much better than the stuff that you get at the grocery store, which was absolutely amazing. That totally blew me away, the fact that I could actually make something, you know, like almost 10 times better than what I would get at the grocery store, just because they're doing it high volumes, right, where I'm doing low volume, and I can put a little more time and dedication into it. So that's one of the benefits of having your own garden, is that things are going to taste a lot better. And yeah, So I'm going to stop rambling because we're at about 10 minutes now, plus another probably like 5 minutes from earlier. So I'm going to cut this video off right now and start weeding and start watering and hopefully get back inside to edit the video. I generally, you guys know, I like to keep my videos raw. I don't like to edit. Obviously, if the camera cuts out, I'm going to have to splice some things, but I try to think before I speak so that I can just get it all done and out and as quickly as possible for you guys and have it very raw and organic. And yeah, that's just me. You know, that's the way I like to do things. So hopefully you guys enjoy these videos for this new series of my garden, and hopefully, you know, hopefully the weather's good, because I can come out here and make some more videos. So stay tuned, and yeah, I'll make some videos of me sweating it out in the garden for you, and then give you guys some tips as well if you want to join me in gardening.